Good morning. Wasn't that fun? What a great way to start the day. Well, welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living virtual Sunday gathering, coming to you live from the Inspiration Cafe in Paoli, Pennsylvania. I'm Maxine, Kaye, and I am fortunate to minister to this beloved community and to work and to play with these wonderful people who choose to practice the universal principles of science of mind. And we learn and we teach and we practice and employ these beautiful spiritual tools for personal and for global transformation. Wherever you are in the world and wherever you may be along your spiritual evolutionary path, you are so welcome with us this morning. This special hour of prayer and music and sharing is designed just for you in mind, and we're so grateful that you're here. Well, today is Happy Father's Day, isn't it? Well, I came across a quote that is anonymous, and I think it's quite appropriate. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, the not yet dads, the stepdads, the moms who are dead, the adoptive dads, the granddads, and the dads who are no longer with us. I think that covers most paternal relationships. And yet, we look at the originating principle of life that dwells within us all. And we do that as we honor the universal creator that brings life into all being. We're part of a larger global community, the Centers for Spiritual Living, and we share its vision, which is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we share its vision, its mission, which is a world that works for everyone. And we like to expand that into saying, a world that works for all sentient beings, the planet, the universe itself. And our purpose statement here in the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living is living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes, was asked, nearly 100 years ago, what is this science of mind? What is this religious science all about? And so he thought about it, and he put together a beautiful listing of what we believe, which we now call the Declaration of Principles. Reverend Mike, come on up here. Happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you. This gives me an opportunity to show off my Father's Day shirt.
Would you care to read this declaration we're speaking of today?
I would love to. Okay, we believe that the manifest universe is the body of God. It is a logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God.
Pretty good for no glasses, huh? Well, what does that mean to you?
It means that we're not here by accident. That the universe manifests itself because it is itself in manifestation.
That's true. And what we see out here, which we call the body of God, and I once had a student years ago who worked up in the hills as a park ranger, and she came to class one night and said, I looked around at the beauty around me today, and I just said to myself, and out loud, God, you've got a great body. It's wonderful to realize that God fills its beautiful creation, and we are all a part of that. There's only one life. It's God's life. It manifests itself in form, and this great universal creative principle is the same one we use when we're speaking our intention in our hearts, in our prayer, and we have something to say about the necessary outcome of the intention that we plant as well. What a good system, huh?
What a great system.
Thank you. Anything else?
You said it.
Okay. Let's have an opening song by our Eddie Watkins Jr. And if you want to sing with us, please do that. He'll cue you as to when to come in. We come together.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at the
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves me and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God and each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Wonderful song. And some of us were singing along with it. I want to say hi to the kids this morning. Good morning. And to our teens, oh my gosh, it won't be long now. It's just a couple weeks before you go to camp in Oregon. How wonderful. How exciting. I just love thinking of you there. It's going to be a great experience for everybody. Well, today's Father's Day. Well, my father, our father, my brothers and I had the same one. He used to ask for the same. You've heard me say this every year, haven't you? It's almost like a dad joke by now. He would ask for the same two things every Father's Day, every birthday, every Christmas. All he wanted were these two things: peace and quiet. Guess what? I don't think he ever got them. Well, you know, whether a kid has one or two or no dads in their home, there's reason to be grateful for what we learn from the wonderful men in our lives. You know, not all families are like Leave It to Beaver or Father's Knows Best. Well, these are TV shows that you probably never heard of. They were way before you, but they were all about perfect little families, right? Well, my father was an alcoholic. And he drank every day until my 10th birthday. Well, he wasn't mean or anything. He would just come home from work. He never missed a day of work. He provided for his family. He'd come home from work, and my mother would say, "Shh, Father's tired," which meant he went to bed and went to sleep. That's all right. But there are two great gifts that he gave me, at least. But the two great ones were these. First one was that he became sober on my 10th birthday, and he stayed sober for the next 62 years. The other one was that, along with my mother, he found us the Religious Science Church. We started out when I was just from 0 to almost 10 in the Unity Sunday School in Los Angeles. And then we moved to Redondo Beach and found the Religious Science Church with my beloved Dr. Barnum, or Barney. And so those were two great gifts that he gave to us. And the other part of that was that he and my mother were both very involved in the church, as well as the rest of us. Me more than my brothers. You know how that goes sometimes. But it was a wonderful gift. Both of them were wonderful gifts. I got to see my father transform. You know, sometimes we don't give our adults credit for the evolutionary processes through which they go. We are always growing and changing and learning more. Guess what? So are the moms and the dads and the aunts and the uncles and the grandmas and the grandpas. So, happy Father's Day. Do something wonderful for your dad or some great men in your life, and have a good time just giving thanks that something wonderful is always happening in your life. It is in mine. Have a great day. We're going to see you soon. Bye for now. Oh, let's have a president of our board up here. I think she has some things to share with you.
Thank you, Dr. Maxine. Morning, everyone. My name is Edie Janik. Happy to serve as the president of the Board of Trustees for the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and father figures out there and father energy out there. I want to thank Linda O'Neill for sponsoring today's Sunday celebration in honor of all the fathers. Thank you, Linda. And welcome, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday celebration. Whether you're joining us online, we do have a few people here today, but our next in-person Sunday celebration where you can register and come join us on site here at the Inspiration Cafe is going to be June 23rd. So that's next Sunday. So you'll want to go to our website and register. And then the one after that will be July 7th. So every month we have 2 in-person invitations to come here for the people that are local or passing through and join us for our Sunday celebration. Otherwise, we're always online here on Sunday, 10:30. We have a wonderful event today locally here in Berwyn, which is just the neighboring town over. It's the Neighbor Fest. I don't know if you can see this. Pretty colorful. Kind of blends in with my shirt, doesn't it? That wasn't planned. So the Interfaith Alliance of the Upper Main Line invites you to Neighbor Fest. It's just a wonderful, and it's their first ever. This is the group that formerly was known as the Mainline Ministerium. So it's a wonderful opportunity for people in the neighborhood to come by, meet other folks. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be games and fun activities and music by the Loud Neighbors or somebody. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really fun from 3 to 6 today. And it's located at the 800 Lancaster Avenue in the Berwyn Primary Shops. There's going to be ice cream also. So please come by and say hello. There'll be lots to do there and lots of wonderful people to meet. If you want more information, there is a link to it on our pop-up screen on our homepage. We also have teen fundraiser for CSL July Teen Camp. 3 of our teens will be attending the CSL Teen Camp in Cedar Ridge, Camp Cedar Ridge in Oregon, from July 6th to July 12th. We'll have we have fundraising opportunities going on right now. Our really big one is raffle tickets. You can buy them online or here when you're in person at our Sunday celebration, or if you happen to run into one of our very persuasive the teens that are going, if you happen to run into one of them in your journey, you can buy a raffle ticket from them. So it's a 50-50 raffle, and if you purchase your tickets online, you will be entered into the drawing, which is going to be happening towards the end of July. So help us help our youth. We appreciate your support. Next, we have Reverend Mike started his Science of Mind Zoom study group yesterday, June 15th. And it's a wonderful journey through one of the most powerful and influential spiritual books of our time. And we normally have a copy of it here, but it's a really big, fat book that we hold up all the time. And it reveals universal principles that apply to all people at all times, in all places, which when applied, create for you a wonderful life. The Zoom study session will continue every Saturday. The actual meeting runs from 9:45 to 11. They dive really deep. I have participated in some of these sessions when they went through it the first time, and sometimes they only get through like a page because they really talk a lot about, and then other days they'll go through a couple pages, but it's whatever the group needs. And Reverend Mike is a wonderful teacher, and I heard that there's like 16 people already participating in this, 18 people participating in this, and it's a kind of you need to register to come, but with the door open, if it starts at 9:45 to 11, that's the book study. But if you want to get there early, you can join at 9:15 for those who wish to attend the meeting before the meeting. Everyone's welcome. There are no prerequisites, nor is there a charge. However, contributions are always welcome and appreciated. If you're new to our teaching, this class is what you've been waiting for. If you have been in our teaching for some time, then this is the class that has been waiting for you to revisit and discover anew. And something new always does come out of it. Full moon ceremony, led by Diane Wilson, will be held Friday evening, June 21st, from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Smothers home. You'll want to register at our website. And we also have a Nibbles and New Thought. We do that monthly, get together, have some great food, and talk about New Thought topics. It's going to be Monday, July 1st. So you'll want to register for that, and we'll be having it at TJ's Restaurant, 6:30 to around 8:30. TJ's Restaurant in Paoli Village Shops near the Paoli train station. This and so much more is available. All the details are available on our pop-up screen. If you miss the pop-up screen, you can go right to the calendar of events and drill down on each event, and you can register there. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful Father's Day. And back to you.
Thank you, Edie. Fun. You always make it fun, and we do have a lot of fun. Now we're going to have some beautiful prayer, and I would like to invite our beloved practitioner, Georgiana Gord.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Dr. Maxine. And hello, everybody, and just a warm, happy Father's Day for those of you that are fathers or for those of you that are in the role of a father. So happy Father's Day. You know, I was really curious about Dr. Maxine's theme today, and that's want to start something. So I couldn't help but think about the Michael Jackson song, right? And so I went on, I looked at the lyrics, and they go as follows. If you want to start something, you've got to be starting something. So if you want to start something, you've got to be starting something. And I just thought how appropriate that ties into the declaration number 3 that Reverend Mike read about self-knowingness. So why not start that something of self-knowingness as we join together in our opening affirmative prayer, which we call treatment. So please join me as you choose. And I state this treatment in the first person. So please join me however your heart aligns. And I state this with regards to the only self-knowingness is the self-knowingness of God. Knowing there is only one life when love is everywhere present. There only can be self-knowingness, and that's with a capital S. And, you know, we want to know something, and that is just deeper and deeper and deeper information and affirmation about this one life, this one love that is present right where I am, and how grateful I am to understand this and to unify as this vehicle, as this instrument of the magnificent qualities of God that are just so open to live through and by means of me as peace and joy, as harmony and wisdom, as beauty and truth, and so much more. And in this realization that I am the emanation of the Most High, I lean into the gratitude of the self-knowing. The self-knowing that all of us that are gathered today have been together and all orchestrated with the self-knowingness of God, the music, our talk, all the seen and unseen, that there's a subtle self-knowingness that is in the air and in the air that it gets emanated through our breath and as we breathe into today's time together. So I am so grateful for this opportunity to be here, to be present, and to live in the transforming understanding of the self-knowingness that is life having life through and by means of me. So thank you, Mother, Father, God, as I release this into the law, knowing that is received, acted upon, and done. And together we say, and so it is. All right, let's join for our affirmation today. And that's, I join my faith and confidence with other conscious, compassionate, creative people to form a new vision of the world we choose to establish. Thank you.
I am listening. I am here. I am listening. I am here. I am listening. I am here. Hear my prayer. Let's say it again. I am here. I am listening. I am here. I am listening. I am listening. I am here. Hear my prayer.
Let's court the presence and direct the law in this meditation. Let us enter deeply into the love of the one for all and feel the caring and compassionate life force lifting us in love, filling us with its warmth. Feel the divine embrace of the gracious and generous Spirit of God, so willing to share its abundant life with us and awaiting our clear, conscious, creative intention and direction. There is a creative field of infinite possibility, a creative field of infinite possibility. It is ready to respond to our heart's desires, standing ready, willing, and able to respond to our heart's desires. So choose now what you wish to plant in this creativity and potentiality. Wholeness, well-being for yourself and others. Peace and prosperity for your loved ones, your neighbors, and the world. Unity where divisiveness appears anywhere and everywhere. Love for the world itself. Deep faith replacing all forms of fear. Choose now from this opulent center of the heart of God, where we live and be and have our very life. Choose. Plant your newer, truer, loving, powerful idea, new vision in the mind and heart of God itself. Trust the reliable law of God to bring it perfectly into full, complete, beautiful manifestation. Allow it to bring about what we pray about. I am here. I am listening. I am here. I am listening. I am here. Hear my prayer. Oh, each prayer has been heard. And all is well. All is well, truly, truly, all is well.
I co-create with God. I fill with power. I am the power God is. I feel the power. I co-create with God. I fill with truth. I am the truth God is. I feel the truth. I co-create with God. I fill with light. I am the light God is. I feel the light. I co-create with God. I fill with love. I am the love God is. I feel the love. I co-create with God. I fill with peace. I am the peace God is. I feel the peace. I feel the peace. I feel the peace.
light of love and grace. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. Woo!
Okay, folks, you want to start something? Do you want to start something? Let's start something together. That's what we're here to do. We're here to use this beautiful creative principle, same way that the infinite does on our finite level. The same power, the same presence, the same divine substance. Ernest Holmes, in How to Use the Science of Mind, says, originality means exactly what the word signifies, something unique, different, unlike anything else that was or ever shall be. The original thinker, a new manifestation. A new manifestation. All right, that's why I want to start something here, which means moving away from the way it always used to be. Because it doesn't have to be that way anymore. We're ready to utilize this beautiful creative process. You know, our theme for the world this year is a whole new world. And our theme for June has been we co-create. We co-create with the infinite. We co-create with each other. And that's what it's all about. Let's let each individual recognize the unity of all life and the immediacy of the presence within to bring about newness. It's right where we are. We don't have to be looking for it. It's right where we are, this immediate opportunity to bring newness into our individual lives and into the greater community and the greater world itself. You see, the original thinker, as Ernest Holmes was referring to here, thinks and acts through us. We are that divine instrumentation through which God creates. We're co-creators. And so it's time that we began to focus on some original ideas. It's too easy to just go over and over the same stuff, that it's not satisfying. It's not illuminating. It's not growth producing. It's not even fun. Gets dreary, right? Same old, same old. Getting up in the morning. Let's get up in the morning like Charles Fillmore did, who, with his wife Myrtle, founded the Unity Church. Remember, at almost, 96, he would jump out of bed. He would say, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that can only be done by me. Did you do that this morning? How about tomorrow? Okay. How wonderful to move away from any sense of same old. It's we all together who create those dreary notions, and it is we individually and all together who are ready to break out of that, using the original thinker, thinking through us, to bring new opportunities into our individual and communal lives. Let's have the courage and the wisdom to bring forth a whole new slate. Yeah, brand new. Imagine, brand new. Nothing written on this slate, and we get to choose what we write upon it. So remember that old squirrel cage thinking, where you get on a thought that's not so productive and it just goes around and around and around like a squirrel cage? Well, it's time to stop that. Those old think notions are ready to cease. They're ready to blow away into the wind and allow us to come up with a fresh breeze of infinite opportunity. Let's commit to working together to become free, really free of all past conditions, and to establish a greater idea. A greater idea. That's what I want to start with all of us together. Remember what Thomas Troward said so wisely, principle is not bound by precedent. We are dealing with a great creative universal principle that is infinite, infinitely wise, infinitely loving, knows exactly how to bring about what we pray about. We have to make the changes within our own consciousness about letting go of the old and coming into something greater than we have ever known before. What if you grew up poor by society's standards? Well, great spiritual teachers have shared their own personal stories with us of their impoverished childhoods. Let me give you a few examples. Emma Curtis Hopkins, we know and love her. We've been studying her and applying her beautiful consciousness to our own consciousness. She was a hungry child. She was a hungry child who learned to feel joy and thankfulness in others' good fortune. She did not go into, oh, poor me, they have that and I don't. She would feel as a child. She had this inner wisdom that taught her to feel thankfulness when she saw someone enjoying a good meal. And ultimately, she was able to attain that for herself and, oh, so many others. Reverend Ike, remember hearing about him? He was a magnificent minister in New York who had a garage filled with Rolls Royces. I think he had one for every day of the week. I'm not sure. But he was penniless. And he taught himself these universal principles in one way by choosing to walk through first-class department stores and feeling as though he belonged there. And in the 1970s, our local International New Thought Alliance group in Northern California invited him to come and be our keynote speaker at our conference in San Jose. We had this huge tent, and we had wonderful music, all kinds of good things going on, and Reverend Ike as the main speaker. He flew his entire entourage, including musicians, out from New York at his own cost. He gave an electrifying presentation, and he gifted it all to us, asking for no monetary compensation. This formerly penniless man had learned a greater idea about the abundance of this wonderful universe. One more. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder with her husband Charles of Unity, had suffered tuberculosis from childhood. She was a very sick, weak child all of her life. In the 40s, in her 40s, that is, remember your 40s? Some of you aren't there yet, talking to the kids again. In her 40s, she discovered these metaphysical principles, and she began applying them to her own body. Within 2 years, she was completely cured. One of the phrases that she used was, "I am a child of God and do not inherit disease." Well, she was instrumental in effecting innumerable healings for so many innumerable others. They got a greater idea, you see. They wanted to start something, and they did. You and I are designed to be starters of new and greater ideas for ourselves, for our families, for our spiritual community, for the greater community, and hey, how about for this earth itself? We're created to do that. You see, we are empowered to father a new idea. You knew I was going to tie that in somehow today, didn't you? We're empowered to father a new idea with supreme courage and an ever-expanding consciousness. We're forever expanding our awareness, our consciousness, but we must learn to turn our attention away from the old conditions And let there be, as our beloved Emma Curtis Hopkins would say, let there be truth on our tongues. It takes a lovely discipline to speak truth, to know truth, to feel truth, to declare truth within ourselves and verbally as well. We want to maintain a beautiful new vision for ourselves and for the world. Here's one. Peace underlies any supposed conflict. That's a beautiful vision. And it's true. Because no matter what it looks like out there in this crazy world of conflict and divisiveness, peace underlies it all. We need to focus our attention on that which is true and eternal, that which is underlying all of the other appearances. Here's another one. Harmony is the container in which all discord lies. And by the way, discord does lie. It's not the truth. It never was. It came to pass. It's the result of somebody stinking thinking, right? Not just one or two people, but a whole bunch of people who've gotten some wrong ideas about what this world really can be and what we can be and do in it. Here's another one. Wholeness. Let's have a new vision of wholeness, knowing that it dispenses with any false idea of illness. Wholeness. Like Pierre Desjardins says, the unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. Wherever you are, say that with me. The unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. Let's start that. It's the truth. We have to rediscover it for ourselves. Here's another one. Love and compassion dismiss loneliness and sorrow. Love and compassion. Abundance. Abundance is an eternal truth. There is no lack or limitation. We must decide to turn away from the erroneous thinking and turn to the unlimited, eternal, beautiful truth. Let's start something in our personal lives. Choose love. Choose health. Choose prosperity. Let's start something amazing in our spiritual community. Choose expansion. See the folks finding us. We have something to give to the world. Let them flock to us. Choose expansion and then choose healings. People experiencing their wholeness when they work with us, play with us, sing with us, sorrow with us, laugh with us, grow with us, to experience a greater wholeness. Let's choose a greater gathering place. What do you think about that? Let's envision a gathering place that accommodates us being together in greater numbers. Let's start that something, huh? Choose more opportunities for us to gather in person. At the same time that we are choosing more opportunities for people all over the nation, all over the world, to be with us on the internet, we have people all over the place who are with us right now in this virtual but very real celebration of love and wisdom. Let's start something expansive in our greater community. Well, like NeighborFest today. That's a great beginning, isn't it? Let's start allowing ourselves to trickle our love and our truth out into our greater community. And that's wherever you may be. If you're in Oregon or Washington or Florida or New Mexico or Sweden. My daughter's there now. I don't think she's tuned in, though. She'll catch it later. Wherever we are, let's imagine that as our greater community and just letting our love flow out into it. What a perfect picture that is. Coming together, unity in diversity. Getting to know our neighbors is a wonderful thing, and letting them get to know us. Let's celebrate our humanity and our spirituality as we go about the wonderful vision of awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. You can do that without even saying a word. You can start something silently, looking at people and seeing who they really are instead of who they're pretending to be. Let's start something essential in our greater world. True peace, real compassion and understanding, unity and respect. Let's do this together, dedicating ourselves to a new vision, because it is true that we are the ones we've been waiting for. And thank God we're not the only ones. So many light workers all over this world, and we're joining with them. Here's something from Emma Curtis Hopkins with which I would like to close. Talk about visioning. I decree heaven, and heaven it is. My kingdom is come, and it is the new land of delight that steals on the vision and reaches the senses of all things. Nothing like the dreams of earth, nothing like the motions of matter ever reaches my universe. As silently as a moonbeam lights on a mountain, so silently has heaven stolen on the gazes of all the creations of infinity. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you, loved ones. Oh, it's a wonderful time to celebrate our prosperity. Let's start something. I give such great thanks for this marvelous, marvelous, abundant universe that gives so generously of itself to all of us at all times. We just need to open our consciousness to receive it. And one wonderful way that I know to open the door further is to prime the pump by giving back to my source a portion of what's constantly being given to me. So it's always my great joy when it's time for our prosperity time here, circulation of our good, and giving everyone the opportunity to share with us, to take my gift that I choose to give, to hold it to my heart, which reminds me that every good gift comes from the very heart of God itself. So will you join me in our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
Father of my soul. the triumphs and trials, for the moment and mystery, for the sorrow and the smile, for the peace and the conflict, for the silence and song, for the calm and confusion, for the winter and the warm. Oh, 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 mother of my heart, thank you for the blessings of the day. Oh, 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 mother of my heart, thank you for the blessings of the day. For the light and the shadow, for the triumphs and trials, for the moment and mystery, for the sorrow and the smile, for the peace and the conflict, for the silence and song, for the calm and confusion, for the winter and the warm, for the light and the shadow, for the triumphs and trials, for the moment and mystery, for the sorrow and the smile, for the peace and the conflict, for the silence and song, for the calm and confusion, for the winter and the warm. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day. Father of my soul, thank you for the blessings of the day.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We love you dearly. Keep on coming back because we love your presence with us wherever you may be. And come on next Sunday. We'll be here in person if you're in the area. So here I am flanked with minister and practitioner. I'm a lucky girl. And so we go forth with the understanding that we are the ones who are starting something beautiful by our conscious intention, by our loving hearts, by our clear minds. We give thanks for the presence that loves and supports us. We give thanks for the law that so beautifully responds to us. All is well, and all is well, and so it is.
So it is.
There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus or Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, yeah. One power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power. What we are is one. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the